We can't let you go without talking about pickup and delivery, Steve, because I am looking at, and I already know what this is. It's hard to interview somebody when you know the answers to half the questions. By the way,
I'm glad you do.
luckily I don't have a very good memory, so I don't remember a lot of the answers. All right, so tell me about this map behind you, and not the details. Just tell me.
Oh yeah,
that is your service area. Real quickly, tell us about that. And
yeah.
keep in mind, some people are only listening on audio.
Sure, sure. So this is essentially a map of Nashville, Tennessee. You can see a lot of little red dots here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Those are actually
where you're going to have stores someday, right?
Well, they're all the other laundromats in town.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Good. Yeah. So I have. You can see there's a bunch.
Yeah.
And then these black circles are, I think, 3 mile radius outside of the center, which is where my store is.
Very
so
nice.
And underneath each store I have demographics for that store, so I can kind of see from an area perspective, where the good potential for stores could be. And again, I look at population, renter percentage, a few other different things.
Mm-hmm.
But then this also has zip codes, so that I can look by zip code how many customers we have when it comes to pickup and delivery specific.
Mm-hmm.
And that can kind of tell me either it's a good area or a bad area. We just recently switched to the Sense system,
mm-hmm.
which allows you to do some on-demand pickup and delivery. And so that's something I'm exploring pretty heavily right now, trying to decide if we want to roll that out.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that is from a cost perspective, because obviously pickup and delivery cost can be pretty extensive if you don't manage them very acutely. Mm-hmm. I'm sure Carla and Dave, you know that very well.
We do.
And every single lever, when it comes to those costs, can change your profit margin drastically.
Mm-hmm.
So if gas goes up $1, that's going to hurt. If you all of a sudden, have to buy a new vehicle, then that's going to be a cost that's going to impact you. Or hire a new employee, whether it be a processing employee or a driver. You need to make sure that you understand all those levers and how they impact your bottom line to make those decisions. But this map really allows me to figure out what are the best areas to attack and what are some to stay away from. Because we made the mistake in the beginning by taking on too much of an area. Because
for pickup and delivery? Is that what you mean?
For pickup and delivery specifically. Okay. Because we were driving hundreds of miles,
mm-hmm.
and at the time we really hadn't grown to a point to where it made sense. Now in my head, the thought process was, let's just get it out there. Let's get a few points, and then we'll fill in the rest over time. And so what we learned was some areas don't fill in. Mm-hmm. Some do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really important to know, I guess I should really say, it's really important to be okay with cutting bait
mm-hmm.
when you need to. And that's a tough decision, because in some of these areas where we would have where over here, like one person, that was a great customer. Mm-hmm. They would usually send us 40, 50 pounds every week.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't filling in around it. So that just really kind of told me there probably wasn't a big demand for pickup and delivery in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a learning experience for sure. And I think the biggest learning point that I had was definitely knowing the geography. And this map helps me do that because I'm visual.
Mm-hmm.
I could look at it on a computer all day long, but I can take my pen and draw on it. It makes me feel like I'm doing something,